Hey, everybody, it's LeMent Tonight. And my guest tonight is Jeff Ponder. Jeff, how you doing? I always want to say Pounder.
You
but
know,
it's Ponder, right?
back in my day, somebody used to call me Quarter Pounder. And
I always
I,
would have thought of that.
and it's funny because, they were like, oh, we're being funny because you're a fat little kid, and it's like, yeah, but you're saying I'm a quarter of a pound. So really, it's not an insult.
Well, he
And that
was
shut
one of
him up
those
pretty
people
quickly.
that whenever they made the third pounder, he's like, I'm not buying that. That's less of a value than the quarter pounder.
That's right.
He's
Yeah,
one of
no,
those people.
not doing that.
So it's always been, I'm going to read your intro here, Jeff. It's always been Jeff's dream to join the mainstream media in some way in his journey to reach the pinnacle. He discovered podcasting in 2011, starting a St. Louis Blues hockey podcast that's still going today. Let's Go Blues Radio has become a staple in secondary media coverage in the St. Louis hockey community. And tonight, he's entering into the world of comedy. Or maybe he's already been there and he's just doing it here tonight as well. I don't know. We'll find out a little bit more. But Jeff, the stage is yours.
Yes, thank you, and it's great to be here. This is the pinnacle. This is actually something I've been wanting to do: is join LeMent Tonight. So I'm going to lament a little bit. It is weird doing this remotely. A little bit of stand up here. It's not something you would think that would have happened. 20, even 15 years ago. But, there's a lot of weird things that really aren't the norm anymore. Someplace I work right now, dogs in the office. Can you imagine that years ago? Back, Bob, maybe in 99, 2000 even. Hey, boss, I just rode in on my Buick Skylark, and as I passed the haberdashery, I thought maybe it'd be fun to bring Fido into the office today. What is that boss going to say? What? You get your ass to your typewriter and you give me a good 15 hours without breaks, I'll consider letting you leave in time for the Brooklyn Dodgers game. Maybe that was all a little bit too much, but you know what I mean. Is it weird, though, that I would rather be in an office of dogs than an office of people? It's weird because the dogs, they're very loud. They can be jumpy. Coworkers, they may not pee on the floor. Hopefully they're not. But they sure find other ways to annoy me. Like, hey, Jeff, you see that episode of This Is Us last night? No, I don't watch This Is Us. Do I look like a This Is Us guy? No. No, I didn't watch the curling match from 3 years ago that was on ESPN Classic last night. No, dogs aren't going to ask me that. They're lovable. They just want to jump on me and have some fun. I do get distracted very easily, though, with these dogs. It takes me about 45 minutes to get to my desk every morning. So I'll get there about, 8 o'clock. I don't get to my desk till almost 9 o'clock. And it's a little crazy because it's like, Jeff, get to work. But I just want to pet all the dogs. But I will say I make up for it when there's kids in the office. Then it's a race to my desk. Then it's, I don't want to be bothered by all these weird questions about, hey, you want to see my coloring book? No, kid, I don't. I want to pet the dog and get to my desk. But what does it say about me that I prefer dogs over kids in the office, though? You keep hearing like, Mom, my iPad died. Dad, I'm bored. At least dogs just bark. I pat them on the head, give them a treat, and they're quiet until the UPS guy shows up. And, these kids, they're just always needing something, like they're humans or something. Thank you, everyone. I'm Jeff Ponder. You were great.
Thanks,
Bob, back
Jeff.
to you.
Yeah, fantastic. Here, let me give you a little round of applause here.
Oh, that's so
We
real.
have all these neat gadgets here on the Plausible platform. If you go down, you can always clap. You can cry.
Oh.
Those dogs. Oh. Out of the heart, everything. Anyway, Jeff, thanks for doing that. Was very fun. So you really work with dogs?
Yes, yes. Dogs are in the office every single day. It's great. I make a lot of jokes about working with the people I work with, but they're all good people too, and they are very welcoming to you bothering them and coming up and petting their dogs. And I'll say that's another thing that I do, Bob, is I forget my coworkers' names, but I don't forget their dogs' names.
That's interesting. Well, they also have it hanging from their neck, so anyway.
That's true. That helps. That does help.
If the coworkers were to do that, you'd probably be able to remember. Oh, hey, Bill.
It's funny because they all have it on their desk, so like you walk by and you're like, oh, hey, Jeff. Oh, hey, Marcy.
And you're like, I'm not Marcy. I'm Daphne. I'm just sitting at Marcy's desk.
Well, get your ass out of Marcy's seat. She's gonna be pissed.
So do people like get to walk the dogs then? Like, I mean, the dogs gotta, they sleep a lot, granted,
right.
But every once in a while they gotta get up and go outside and whatnot. Or do you have an inside bathroom for the dogs?
There is not an inside bathroom. That would be a very nice addition to the office. But no, people do have to get up and walk their dogs. And it is funny because there's times, when I'll be in a meeting and it'll be like, oh, hey, I got to bounce for 5 minutes. I got to take the dog for a walk. And I'm like, this is a place. I mean, it's funny because, you're like, this is a place of business, but you're also like, yes, go take care of that dog. That is more important than anything we're doing right now.
That's right. That's right. We're going over this budget, but no, take that dog out. No, I'm just joking.
Please take the dog out.
Yes, please take that's fun though.
It is.
There was a recent discussion where I work about having a cat there besides myself.
Of course.
And so I was like, well, I'm up for it. Right. I know. Well, I like dogs as well, not to, but this was the discussion that my worry was because dogs tend to like stick to their owners for the most part. Right. And so they don't wander off, especially if they're fairly, I want to say good dog, but you know what I mean? A fairly loyal dog. They don't run around and take off. The cat will just be right out the door.
Yep.
And so then it's just going to be, I was just imagine it's going to be a series of incredible joy when the cat arrives and heartbreak when it runs out the door and we never see it again.
Yep. And I'll say that is, there was one person who was bringing a cat into the office and it was a little bit of cause like she would get there before all the dogs. She'd get there as early as she could. And the cat would usually just hide in the corner, no problem. But every now and then she'd come back to her desk from the bathroom or whatever, and the cat's gone. And so you're like, okay, either this cat is going to get eaten by a dog or it ran out the front door or it's hiding somewhere under a desk. And like half the day you're thinking, oh my gosh, I may never see my cat again. But she always found a way to get the cat back at the end of the day and she'd go home with the cat.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
I would worry about it. We've had cats and dogs here, and I only worry about the cats until when they're kittens. Once they grow, develop into like a regular old cat, then they take care of the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're so much smaller, typically, there's never been an issue with the cat. Dog getting too rough with the cat. Always the cat gets too rough with the dog.
Well, the cat is so quick to just swat, and dogs, it totally throws dogs off because it takes them a minute. They sit back, they growl, they put their hind legs up, and they're like, I'm going to attack in the next 4 minutes, and the cat's just like, come here.
And then just slash their face open.
Yep.
Oh, my face. Wait, it's only been 3.5.
Not ready to fight yet.
I'm not ready to fight. Yeah. So here, let's pause for just a second. If I can get this done the way that I want to, which may or may not happen. Let's see. Oh, it may not happen. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I had something that I thought I had open here, and apparently I don't. But we can go ahead and listen to this song real quick, and then we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you very much, Gary. That was Gary Lime and the Fleet Tones, everybody. Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, and good night.
Oh, well, thank you, Gary. Normally, he's not so polite. So we're talking to Jeff Ponder here, and he's telling us about dogs in the office, which, I was expecting during your opening there that you're going to have some kind of butt-smelling joke. It takes me 45 minutes to get to my desk because I have to smell all the butts.
Bob, I leave the low-hanging fruit to you.
Oh, thank you. I was like, any minute, he's going to do a butt-smelling joke, I swear.
Bob's just, here comes the butt-smelling joke, yes.
It's like, I got to check out everybody's scent from this morning, see how they're doing.
What they have for dinner last night.
That's right. What was breakfast
you got some chicken broth for dinner. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, Chipotle. All right. So the other thing that you do is you do some marketing work.
That's true.
Am I wrong on that assumption?
No, you're right. I'm marketing and e-commerce is a lot of what I do. So you can hear me
with dogs?
podcast. Not about dogs. No, I don't do it with dogs. Unfortunately. Okay. No, I podcast at night, and I'm a marketer by day.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And I thought
we're a modern day superhero there, Bob.
Yeah. So this marketing business, I have said, and I actually told my children this. I said, if there's a skill that you can learn in this day and age, it's marketing. I think that usurps many, many other skills right now. I mean, obviously, if you wanted to be a tradesperson, like an electrician or a plumber or whatever, but I'm saying if you're going to be like a non-tradesperson and be more of a business person or whatever, marketing should be number one.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. It's something that we all do all the time. We just don't realize it. When you're on social media, a lot of what you're doing is selling yourself. So, if you're trying to make it, I have somebody I know that was just trying to get big with weight loss. He had dropped about 100 pounds.
That's funny. Get big with weight loss. That's hilarious.
Big with weight loss.
Is that a marketing gimmick?
There, I think I just came up with that for him. I'll have to make sure he sees this.
Get big with weight loss.
Get big with weight loss. But yeah, he was trying to market himself as somebody who's losing this weight. Come see my transformation. But the problem was that he was posting like once a week and so we just talked and I'm like, dude, if you're doing a weight loss transformation, you got to post daily, and that's always the cliche, right? With social media is post daily. But when it comes to like a niche, like a something like that, it is very important. And so, yeah, you think about it, everything you're doing every day, you're marketing yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I think not everybody has the capacity to understand the aspects of marketing, right? So you're like, oh, no, like your friend, I post once a week. That's marketing. And it's like, how many times did you see a Coca-Cola ad today? Once a week? I don't think so.
Well, and then there's things like Bob, how we met, one of those websites where you find.
Wait a minute, we're not gonna get. No, I'm just joking.
Potential. No, not okay. No, we're not. We are not talking about meet cute. But the other time we met, the second time when we caught back up. It was something up that was like, hey, I'm an expert in this field. Have me on your podcast, have me on your blog, and joining stuff like that. So again, for to use that same example, a guy who's trying to lose weight, don't just post every day. Don't just post images on social media. Don't just post videos. Go on other podcasts, meet other people that are maybe doing the same thing as you, collaborate. That's a big part of it too.
Yeah. That was a song, right? Well, who did that? Bobby Brown. Stop, collaborate, and listen.
And
Wasn't
listen. Yep.
it?
That was
That's
Vanilla
a
Ice,
button.
sir.
Oh, it was a villain. Well, Bobby
Yeah.
Brown, Vanilla Ice. They're both somewhat similar, maybe,
They're both
or
from the
maybe not.
80s and 90s. That's really all you got.
That's right. It all mixes together.
Right.
I think they both did drugs. Let's just put
They
it
both
that
probably
way.
did cocaine at some time in their life.
At some
Allegedly.
point. Exactly. I'm glad I stumbled into that one. Thank you, Jeff.
There you go.
Appreciate
Yeah, of
that.
course. Here to help you.
So the comedy thing, right? So we're on Plausible. Plausible's a comedy platform. A lot of people doing comedy, and you're kind of the like sole proprietor, right? So you're the person, you're the everything person whenever you're doing that. So do you have any advice for people who are doing comedy, how to sell themselves to get to perform at other places and so forth, or get to be even recognized, I guess?
Well, the big thing I would say is again, we mentioned the gentleman trying to lose weight and kind of get big on social media. You need to have a something for you, something that makes you that people will recognize. Bob, you're a cartoon cat. I guarantee there are no other cartoon cats on Plausible right now.
You never know. I've not taken a look around, but yeah, you never know.
You never know. And
It's
so
becoming a trend, I think. I'm a big trendy all of a sudden.
That's
here.
true. Yeah, look out for all the blue cats that are going to be coming out of Plausible. But no, guy like Jim Gaffigan, what's his big thing? Everybody knows Jim Gaffigan.
His belly.
He's the belly, the hot pocket guy, the dad humor guy. So
didn't he say stop, collaborate, and oh no, it's different.
Yes, that was he was back up in that song. That's right. And I'll just say, when you think of somebody like Drew Carey, who was, big still big, but when he was getting big there in the 90s with the Drew Carey show and Whose Lines It Anyway, he actually got LASIK pretty early on in LASIK's existence. And then he started going around not wearing his glasses, and people hated it. And so he started wearing glasses again because he said, "Oh, that's how I'm known."
He had the big, the military glasses is what he had. Those big, thick frames.
That's right. Yep.
I think because he was a Marine, but I don't know if people know that Drew Carey was a Marine.
Which is crazy. Yep. Think about it. His first appearance. You know what was on?
Tonight Show, wasn't it?
Yes, with Johnny Carson.
He got called over to the couch. The terrible thing is I remember watching that, which is terrible.
Too. I know we're old. We're old.
Yeah,
guys,
and he had the big glasses, and that's the only reason I think it was from that performance. He talked about being a Marine, and referred to the glasses, I think, as part of his bit there. And then Johnny called him. This is at the end of the Carson era. If I recall, probably within a year or just a little more. So,
yep. But so it, having yourself like kind of finding how you can stand out. So everybody wants to kind of be a jack of all trades, but really the question is, what's the sentence people can use to describe me? And so again, when you think of Jim Gaffigan, it's the dad humor guy, it's the food guy. Jerry Seinfeld's the what's the deal with guy,
What's the deal? Well, airline food.
Exactly. Yeah. Bob LeMent is the cartoon cat guy, So have your own niche, find your own thing. That's to me what's going to make you stand out from other comics. And again, collaborate with other comics. So like Bob and I are doing right now, converse with others, get to know other comics in the field. You never know. One of these days, one of those guys might land himself a pilot, and guess what? They have a spot for you on that pilot.
There you go. There's nothing better than the buddy system.
That's right. That's right.
The only thing better than the buddy is nepotism. If you're related, that's even better.
That is the best piece of advice. If you can be related to a famous person, that's how you do it.
That's right. Yeah. I'm related to Morris, but he's nobody knows who Morris the cat is anymore. So he was the spokesman for 9 Lives cat food for many, many years. But he's out of the business now. So.
You're really playing up those timely references there, Bob.
No, that's good. That's a good advice though, because you're right. It seems like people, just like in real life, they latch on to something typically visual first, or something like this is an older. All my references are going to be older because I'm older, but Bobcat Goldthwait, he had the voice, right? Right, and so that was his thing, right? He looked crazy, and he had this crazy voice, and he would say crazy things, and whenever he stopped doing that, where's Bobcat, right?
Yep.
And so that was his hook, and I mean that was the deal. That's what got him recognized. And so you're right. It's interesting how you have to pick some kind of visual, auditory, or a combination of the two in order to kind of get people to stick, right? You stick with people, then you become sticky, as they say in the biz, right? Is sticky a word still?
Well, you could be sticky in other ways, another form of entertainment, but we won't go into that.
That's well, with the dogs.
Right. No, and I'll say, like, think of like Lewis Black. I mean, I know it's in his name, but what color do you associate with Lewis Black?
Well, and he's got a certain delivery. He's always kind of yelling, right? And he's always on the darker side of things a lot of times, I believe.
Yep. And then like Larry the Cable Guy, always, and Jeff Foxworthy, they all have their own niche, their own personality. That is, and I'm not saying, obviously these are the extreme examples. Not every person's going to make it big, but that's where a lot of these guys, I mean, if you ever meet Larry the Cable Guy, not in character, he is nothing like that, but he learned, if I do this, I got to remember the audience.
His real name, I'm trying to remember. His real name's not Larry even. Is it Dana?
Daniel, I believe.
Is it Daniel? Okay. I can't remember, something like that. But anyway, you're going to look it up for me?
Yeah, I got Daniel Lawrence Whitney, I believe.
There you go. Dan Whitney. That's it. Dan Whitney. Yep. Which is as far away as you can get. Dan Whitney is a yuppie.
Yes, it is. 100%.
And I think he even is very, looks like he wears a sweater over his shoulders and come on, Muffy, let's go play tennis.
Yes.
And so, yeah, but yeah, he's Larry the Cable Guy with the cut off flannel and all that good stuff. Yep. Interesting. Yeah, it is interesting how that works. You're right. And I don't know that people really put that much thought into it because they're not thinking in those terms, right? They're thinking, I'm just doing my thing, right? And people say I'm funny. And you could be the funniest person ever, but without a little bit of a hook, you're not going to, grab people's eyeballs.
That's right.
Or earballs or whatever.
Earballs.
Any kind of ball that's hanging off of them.
Tennis ball. We're getting into the sticky conversation again here, Bob.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to play a little game. How's that, Jeff?
Sounds good to me.
And Gary's going to play us another song here. Gary, you want to take it away?
Thanks so much for listening, guys. Today we have a great time playing for you. Howard Levy on the keyboards and harmonica. Victor Lamont Wooten on the bass. Future Man on the synthetic drum guitar. Pedal Black on the banjo. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Gary. Thank you very much.
And that's what she said.
I hear you, Gary. Thanks for being here tonight, Gary, you jerk.
Bob, you are a grade A asshole.
I know. We get along so well here on the show. So we've got a game that we play here. And I'm going to read them off to you. You can decide which one you want. I know you've got this list ahead of time, so you have probably got something chosen already, but I'm going to run through it really quick. The World Gone Mad, funny commentary on crazy happenings. What a story. I will ask you to tell everybody a story. I'm going to pick a random topic. Mind Guck. You got to come up with the most crazy piece of trivia and try to make us believe it. You are the expert. You got to pretend to be an expert on a topic that I choose. and try to make it believable. And word spew, I'll give you an identity and you need to respond to random words as that person. Example, Benedictine monk, and the word is calligraphy. Obviously, all this is meant to be funny. Jeff Ponder, what say you?
Well, Bob, shameless plug, since I do the Pondcast, which is conversations that go nowhere, I am all for what a story.
What a story. Fantastic. All right. So I'm going to pick a random topic. I'm going to put you on the spot. And of course, a critique along the way is the other. I didn't say that on the original one, so you may want to change your mind now. So, all right, I'm going to go to the Googs, and I'm going to get a random topic.
Oh boy,
I don't even know what it's going to be.
That sounds like my show. Which, by the way, Bob was on, for those of you who are interested.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Did you already forget?
Okay.
That cat memory is not very good.
Well, that's true. Well, I slept a lot. So, sometimes these cat naps, they're like, woof.
Oh, yeah.
My
Cat naps
goodness.
can last hours.
All right. So I want you to tell me a story about a time that your car failed you.
Wow. Okay. A time that
You want to be more specific, or is that good enough?
I mean, that's pretty good. If you want to get more specific, you can.
No, that's all right. I'd rather be more vague because then it gives you more room to move.
Okay. Yeah. Man, a time. Okay. Well, the first accident that I was ever in as a 17-year-old.
I was going to say, when you were born?
No. That was my
was
mom's. That was my mom's last accident.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were 17.
I was 17. What a very good year. That's a Sinatra song, I believe. Okay. Either way.
I was thinking
again,
he was
timely
just
references here on LeMent Tonight. Good Lord. Yeah, I was driving some friends home from school, so I had 4 people in the car with me. We had it was a Buick 94 Buick Century, and it was a boat of a car for sure.
Yeah.
And so I was driving some friends home. There was apparently some bad accidents. For those of you who might be local, Highway 94 in St. Charles was a cesspool of accidents back in the early 2000s when I was in high school. And so there was a rash of bad accidents. And so we were coming up on this. We were probably going about 55 miles an hour, and it was a dip in the road where you go down. And so we could see up, and we saw all these cars at a dead stop. And so we're going up the hill, and I go to hit the brakes, and the brakes aren't working at all. I am pushing
somebody
down.
out to get you.
I think someone, is cutting the brake still a thing in the 90s? I guess it probably was.
It was in the 90s for certain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it happened a lot in the Rockford Files, but that was the 70s.
That's true.
In the 90s, I'm trying to think. I think Urkel had his brakes cut in an episode.
Yeah, that the time where he ran over a school bus of children. That was a horrible episode.
Right.
I can't believe they aired that one.
And he goes, you know what he said?
Did I do that?
I do that. Yes.
So I ended up so I swerved, and I thought, okay, because it was one lane that was bad and the other lane was kind of moving. So I thought, okay, I'm going to swerve into the grass. So I swerved to the right and I went into the grass, but then my wheel locked and it flung me back the other way because I turned so quickly. And so, yeah, it came back. I actually went around the car that was in front of me, but then I nailed the car in front of him. And
that guy was happy. He's like, thank God he hit the other car.
Yeah, the other guy was like, oh, wow. Like, I'm going to go play the lottery. Yeah. So this guy, it was funny, too, because the guy was driving like a little F-150. And so he hit his head on the back window, broke the window. He had blood coming down the back of his head, And so
Nice.
luckily we're all okay. We're still in the car. We're in the median. And this guy comes running out. He's a big guy, probably 6'2", 300, like big guy. And so he
Mhm.
starts running out towards me. And I thought, oh my God, this guy's going to come over and just beat me senseless for running into his car. And so I'm like trying to get out of the car. Like, I need to get out of this car so I can run. But then he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he literally pulls me out of the car and gives me a big hug and was just like, he's like, it's okay. It's okay. Everyone's okay. We're okay. And I just thought,
Jeez.
what is happening right now? It's
Was
so
he still
weird.
bleeding?
Yeah, he was bleeding all over the place, bled all over my arms and
Yeah.
everything. And he was refusing hospital care because he was like, I don't want to have to charge this 17-year-old boy with this. And I'm even standing there going, dude, go to the hospital.
Yeah,
What are you
smacked your
doing?
noggin. Yeah.
So yeah, it was a crazy time. But yes, that was definitely after, what was it? 2 months of having a license.
Oh my gosh. That's
Car
always the
failed me.
worst, right?
Well, because at the time you're thinking, I never want to drive again.
Yeah.
I'm never doing this again. Never happened again. Never had my brakes fail on me like that ever again.
You're like, driver's ed never taught us how to do this.
Yes.
There's no driving off the road.
Yep. Yeah,
We
that
should
was
do driving
that was
off the road practice.
that was a crazy one. So yeah, that was there's another time I swerved into a deer, hit him right in the butt, and he just kept running. And I thought, all right, well, he's fine. He might have gone off and died somewhere, but he was fine in the moment.
The funny thing was, he's like, I don't want any hospital. I don't want to go to the hospital.
That this poor boy, he doesn't need to get any vet bills.
Pond guy, whatever his name is. Yes. You know how much it costs. I don't even have the deductible alone will ruin him.
That's right. Yep. You can't do that. I mean, those vet
You know what deer
deductibles are
deductible
nuts.
is?
And he's like, I don't even have insurance.
I got a $10,000 deductible.
Luckily, he had a policy out on his ass. So
was it like some kind of J-Lo deer or something that you smacked? Or what the heck?
yes, it was quite the nice ass. Best ass I've ever seen on a deer.
Oh my goodness.
How about you, Bob? You got a crazy
dashing going on there.
You ever had a crazy story where a car failed you?
Oh, sure. Lots of times, unfortunately.
That's not good.
Yeah. I have
you
a
weren't
lot
ever
of
driving an F-150 and 300 pounds, were
Yeah,
you?
well, I was going to say you're almost describing me there coming out of the F-150. The no, I'm trying to think several times. So here's probably the weirdest car story where my car actually it's almost the opposite. It failed me, but then it didn't fail me. It was the interesting thing. So about the time, so I would say I was probably 18-ish. And I went to a trip down to Southern Illinois University at Carbondale to visit a friend of mine who was going to college down there. And I spent the weekend with him having a good time. Infer what you will. And so on the way back, I was driving, I had a 1976, and this is not a new car at this time. This is a very, very old car, Toyota Corona, which no one even knows that they even made that. You probably could ask 100 people and they go, you ever heard of a Toyota Corona? You go, you're mixing up a beer and a car.
I believe that's where the coronavirus actually started, was the Corona vehicles.
Right. Well, it was a very small car.
Yeah.
It could be a virus. So I had this Toyota Corona, which I had gotten from a friend of mine for less than $500 because I needed a car and I didn't have. I got rid of a car or something. I wanted a car that was just a junky car to drive around in, and this one fit the bill perfectly. So I drove, and at the time, let's see, I'm trying to think. Carbondale, from where I lived at the time, was probably about 2.5 hours. I drove in a really bad car for 2.5. Go have fun. I'm on my way back. I stop, I think it was in Salem, Illinois, which is right off Highway 51, to get McDonald's in the drive-thru. So I order my
Did you
drive-thru.
get a triple quarter pounder?
Yeah, I try to get a triple quarter. I think I got a shake. And so I get my food. I pull up to the drive-thru window. My car starts smoking. Like smoke is coming out from under the hood. I'm like, well, this is weird. And I mean, I'm sitting there waiting for my food. Smoke's billowing out from under the car. They don't even say anything, these kids at the drive-thru. They hand me my food. I pull up and I'm like, this is not right. I pull up as away from the drive-thru. I throw it in park. I hop out. I open the hood. It is all on fire.
Oh my.
I was like, woof. I pull up the hood. Woof. Flames. The insulation in the hood is all on fire. The engine is on fire. Like the air filter is on fire. And I'm standing there and I'm like, and I forgot to mention I'm shirtless.
Oh,
I was just in a pair of shorts with
this
no
story
shoes.
just got sexy.
I got no shoes. I got no shirt. I run into the McDonald's to the counter as if I forgot, they've messed up my order. And I go, hey, can I have your fire extinguisher? And the kid goes, what? And he goes,
shirtless, shoeless man.
yes.
I'm guessing this was the middle of the night.
No, it was the afternoon. It was a Sunday afternoon.
Still, it's like there was something wrong with this guy. He's literally asking for our fire extinguisher.
He hands me the fire extinguisher. I run outside, blast the car engine. Everything's white. Hood's all stuff's burnt. The insulation's burnt off. I blast that. I blast the car. There's like hoses are melting. I blasted. Everything turns white. Car's still running.
Wow. Wait, you didn't turn the car off?
No. I had to act. I left the car running. I put it in park. I went to go look and see what was going on, and all this happened. I take the extinguisher back in. The guy's like looking at me like dazed. I turn around. I get in the car. I leave and eat my McDonald's and drive the rest of the way home.
You drove home?
Yes. I was still over an hour and a half away.
That is incredible.
And I never fixed
made.
the car. Never fixed it.
What mistake you made was you didn't need the fire extinguisher. You already had the shake. You should have just poured the shake.
Oh, it's true. Well, I wasn't going to waste a
fine.
good shake. I mean, that probably cost me 75 cents at the time.
You might as well just waste the good fire extinguisher. That's a great point. Solid.
Yeah. But I couldn't believe this whole chain of events. And this is a true story. I know that it sounds wild and crazy and everything. Totally a true story. I was very well hungover as well.
Oh,
and so I was young, like you were at the time when your accident. I was a young guy, living my life and but I did that and I drove home and I think I replaced the air filter, but I never fixed anything in the car. Crazy thing, I sold it back to my friend for the exact same amount that I paid for it.
Did he know about the car fire?
Yeah.
What? Was your friend high?
No, because this is well after the car fire. I probably kept that car for, I don't know. I had it for a good 6 to 9 months. And the car fire didn't happen until somewhere past 6 months. And so maybe 3 months went by. I sold it back to him. He's like, this is the best damn car. It can catch on fire, still runs.
I feel like,
and then I think he sold it and made money. I think he sold it again and made money.
Wow. Everyone's had that car in their life that it was like indestructible. Because I definitely had a car that went through a lot of crap and it just kept going. It was the little engine that could.
Exactly. That was one of it was the cheapest car I've ever purchased. And I really wish I wouldn't have sold it back to him at this point. The trunk was rusted out. You could look into the wheel well. It was just a beater of a car, but man, did it drive. You couldn't go super fast, but it was also a 5-speed, so it was always fun.
you went through trauma together. You should have kept that around, baby.
Oh, I know. Well, I was young and stupid. You know how it is. You know how it goes, Jeff. You're young.
Oh, yeah. I get it. I did a lot of dumb things.
There's always a better something else out there, you know, at the time. Had I really thought about it, I would have, you know.
A prettier Buick Century was out there waiting for you.
Right. I would have took care of that car and fixed it up, and I'd probably be the only person alive today who still owns a Corona.
You think that car is still chugging along out there somewhere?
Could be.
Catching on fire.
I would not be. So the crazier part is he sold it back to the guy he bought it from for more money, because this guy was kind of a Toyota, you know, he was like, that was what he liked. He liked Toyotas, and he bought it back. And I think he worked on it, and he probably fixed all the things I broke. And who knows, maybe he sold it again. I don't know. I don't know. The story stops there because I didn't know the other guys too well. So,
well,
but yeah,
I like to think it's still out there driving around.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is driving. I'm sure it's driving real good. It's but yeah, it's just one of those weird things. But you know, I'm thankful that, you know, you had other people get hurt in your story, and I would be, you know, nobody got hurt other than maybe the eyes of the McDonald's employee as I ran in to get this fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Although at that time I wasn't so bad looking, you know.
I'm sure well, you hadn't transformed into a cat yet. A shirtless cat running in asking for a fire extinguisher isn't that crazy.
That's right. Not crazy at all. So Jeff, tell people where they can find you at.
Yeah, you can find me on social media. I'm jponder94 everywhere that you can look for me on social media. I don't do TikTok. Probably should. Everyone tells me I should. I know people older than me on TikTok. Bob, I know you're doing all those crazy dance crazes on TikTok.
I know. I can't help myself.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. You really need to not be all over, and definitely not doing it shirtless all the time. It's crazy. Holding a fire extinguisher.
That's right.
But yeah, and then again, the show that I run is we're gonna be having a new hockey show come out this year for any hockey fans out there, called Hockey Night in St. Louis. And the big show, though, that Bob has been on, and I'm hoping you'll be on again, is called the Pondcast, Conversations That Go Nowhere. And what it is we literally pick a random topic and we talk about it for 30 to 45 minutes. It's been a lot of fun. We've had some really crazy and kooky guests, and we've had some topics come up that we're like, what are we going to do with this? And we just find a way to truck through.
We're like, well, we'll invite him to the dog place of business. That's what we'll do. Come
there
on
you
over.
Go. Sounds fun.
Well, Jeff, thank you very much, everybody. Check out the Pondcast. Check out what's the Blues one again? Hockey Tonight? St. Louis Hockey
Night in St. Louis.
Hockey
we will
Night,
be starting that. I believe our first date will be September 27th.
Coming right up.
That's right.
Hockey
it's
Night,
right around
St.
the corner.
Louis.
Yep.
Well, you know, St. Louis, they say it's a baseball town. It's not.
But I think
town.
we're a cartoon cat town. That's what I think.
Well, thanks again, Jeff. And Gary, why don't you take us away?
1, 2, 3, 4.